He's defied the logic once. Could Ben do it twice in one series to prove himself the king of the anti-meta? Or is he, like many before him, about to fall victim to the Knights Templar on a hybrid map? One and all, welcome back to the channel. Game number 4 on your screen. Dumu went 2-0 down. Had a miraculous recovery arc for game number 3. Could it be the recovery arc for the full series here? He sends English into the jaws of the Templar Empire on a map where they have remained practically unbeaten. And what's crazy about that, guys, is this is a map where they often have a bug with their pilgrims and they still win. Just think about that. Soak that in. There's a weird issue on this map, and we'll get to it once we get to the pilgrims, but even with that bug that should put Knights Templar at a big disadvantage here, all I have seen is them taking the W's. Benjamin with English, though. Is this a good old-fashioned council hall rush? It can make a lot of sense. Just send it across into your opponent. Out of the goal, try and then shut down the fish afterwards. Fish that are already starting to be gathered here. This is the thing about Knights Templar, you know. On land, pretty underwhelming civ. Put them in these situations, and all of a sudden, they are just completely busted. It's like polar opposite ends. Oh, you banned a word? Well, I didn't see your word banned. Chill. I've now seen it. Calm yourself. Don't know if you realize this, but we have like 15 different things we're handling at once. You banned it twice? The ban's only for 5 minutes. You don't ban it forever. Alright, so gold gathering begins. Anno will be making his way into second age. Are we going to be looking at Hospitalaire or French here? Hospitalaire has been taking over. I don't mind it, but there's probably a big temptation to have Chevalier when you're up against the possibility of Lombos. But we see this as 2TC, right? Ben, he's got 3 on stone already. I think Anno should have enough time to scout this. And once he sees it, he can just lock in on probably Hospitalaire for the better economy. Good choice here. Dumu, it may look like the most pointless attempt at a kill, but the reason you do this is that eventually your opponent will have to walk the villager home, which is annoying because there is a world in which Anno would want to build a second dock up here on the extra fish. Because of this, he won't be able to. He'll have to send that worker home, bring another one out. It's just doubling the idle time involved in the process. Right, 2x, by the way. We're just going to quickly catch up to live, so I think we are 30 seconds out from live. Oh my goodness, though. What a crazy series this has already become. I'll be real. Based on the history of these different players, looking at the schedule for today, I thought, oh, this will be fairly quick on the semis into grand finals by, you know, 3 hours in or whatever. Starting to feel like we might have an 8-hour day, which is going to be great for my dying throat. And we called it Hospitalaire, and I love that. That's so cool. Rare actually see players doing this. He goes for the wall-in, but it's very efficient with Knights Templar. They don't need enough room for lumber camps. And if he doesn't want to react to the king with spear play, this is a very smart approach. Instead, it's going to be straight up into Chevalier. Second TC. I'm starting to wonder if 2TC is just back. Has anyone else been feeling that with the recent games they've been watching? It does feel like 2 Town Center English may have been dropped a bit too fast. A lot of games where it's just been looking really solid for like old school men-at-arms rushes. Anna with the horseman? Wait, what? Why would he go horseman over Chevalier? And nice, pilgrims aren't bugged. So there's a bug that can occur here where when the pilgrims walk over to the sacred site, because there's water, when they go to get in range, something happens with their detection and they change to a boat, then they'll change back from a boat. And then because they're already on the sacred site when they made that change, they can't drop off here. And then they move to the other sacred site instead. Oh, yeah, you're right. My brain. He went Hospitalet, didn't he? My brain. Sorry, I'm having one of those weird moments. Yeah, so that makes sense. Horsemen plus archers. Maybe just goes for the break on the TC. Realistically possible, actually. With the fishing plus the fact that you get so much wood, Knights Templar do have the type of timing that makes it possible to break a second town center of English before White Tower comes up. You have to move fast, though. Pilgrim should end up getting denied. There's no body blocks to stop the king reaching. In fact, the only thing that's been body blocking him is his own scout the entire time. Ooh, outpost on the way. Yeah, okay, that's pretty crafty from Anno. The backup gold is really far out of reach. Like, even if you try to White Tower it, you'd have to White Tower out of range of the TC protection. So, likely we're going to see Dimmu trying to prep some military units here, because I don't know if you can just age up now. Especially with the deer running out soon. Food's another problem to think about. And that's scary, guys. Booming plays a little bit harder usually on Kalauga, because Kalauga pushes you a bit more to be present. It's the tree lines. The tree lines aren't protected by the TC, like Dry Arabia would. So there's a kind of hitting point for even melee units where they can hit you on the trees. The king? Oh, what was that push? What was the push? What? What happened with that worker? He went through and then got pushed back and all over the place. That's crazy. So only one worker building up now, and Dimmu. Oh, he's looking for that reach. But Anno, remember, he's got wheelbarrow and he's got movement speed from Hospitalet. He's very fast. Archer's now cutting down a few. Horseman looking for the dive. Gets the body blocker. The pathing sends him back the other way. That's a second worker kill. Won't be able to get a third, but Anno now able to finish off the outpost. Unless the king has something to say about, but it's difficult, remember. It's 24 HP remaining, not more like 15 normally. This is the effect you get from the Hospitalet wing. Movement speed and health for workers. Yeah. My god, is a lot of movement speed. When you use wheelbarrow as well, 1.42. We're basically at Yam levels of movement speed. Okay, Ben. That's interesting. He's going to buy his way into an age up. Where do we White Tower drop here? Probably on the tree line. If you get the trees, then you can keep selling your way through, and you can also afford farms then. Love this from Anatan, though. It's not just all in at this point. He realizes, you know, he hasn't got the timing to necessarily break the TC. Not that he needs to when you look at the work account. Instead, he can mirror the age up. Yeah, even checks the backside. Oh, hold on. Really? With short bows? Guys, this is a bit tricky. That's smart, though. Dimmu, he went for textiles. I wondered why he was doing it. That makes sense. Without textiles, you probably lose 3-4 workers, maybe? Because the horsemen, remember, they already have ranged armor. And short bows don't do that much against horsemen. Like, it's actually funny how easily you can counter some of the English villager players with just ponies. Genoa now on the way. Yes, Anno just choosing greed. There's not really any reason currently why he'd want Genoese crossbowmen. And Dimmu is struggling. Yeah, he can't keep both TCs going right now. In fact, both TCs, not just one, both are inactive currently. Yeah, like Dimmu right now is like your atypical fussy Brit living in Sweden. All the food don't look appealing, you know. Job complete. I know. This king very tanky for Dimmu here, right? Because the auto upgrade, extra 75 HP. We'll be able to pull away. Siege engineering. Anatan is still going to try to break this. It's pretty smart, actually. The White Tower doesn't protect your base. Right? He chose gold over the farms. So there is a world in which, with just a few castle units, Anno can break in here. Because remember, Dimmu, he's spending a lot of eco into eco now, not into units. He's queued up his first knight, but that's only courtesy of the White Tower. Every single piece of wood currently is going into more farms. Pilgrims also are starting to get through more and more for Anno. kind of crazy. He already has 900 food, 400 gold in the bank. Might benefit from some more production here. I don't know if you really want to fast him. King does get intercepted by a brother. From another mother. We pushed back because of it. At least that's info. Dimmu now knows that it's Templar brothers. The question mark is whether he feels like he can contest night on night here. Ram now knocking at the door of the TC. Dimmu will go for the panic repair. Anno just going to grief him and idle him out. Archer's waiting to receive. Also having crossbow come in. It's not a good look for Dimmu right now. Yeah, his knights are already going to struggle in the night matchup unless they have the attack speed aura. Now he doesn't have a clear answer to crossbowmen. Would love to see Anno just adding in a second ram. That's when you really have a clear kill point here. More docks being set up. Hasn't actually set up fishing boats here, but this works out pretty nicely. He'll clear the fishing back here soon, and then he can just pull them to the center. So just make sure that Anatan doesn't run out of food anytime soon. Right, easy 10 minutes of chill fishing to be had. Another cool thing is he already has a worker up here. He can build a dock very close by and then do the same with both sides of the map. Undermesh finally being prepped by Anno. Guys, you really need to process just how easy it is for Templar Brother to dive the main here. They just got +1 ranged armor. They have 275 HP. And this entire area that includes 25 workers, 30 workers, isn't protected by the White Tower. This is protected. Half his economy is not. I love the fact that he never put an arrow slits in that. He just waited for springs. Ram now knocking at the TC. Nice. They're going to rotate around the back, though. Templar Brother are going to catch him early. Should be able to now chase them away. Good rotation by Anatan, making sure he's not vulnerable here. No, Dimmu's not allergic to military builds. He just has the best one in the world. Look, this one does all of it. Longbows, crossbows, men-at-arms. Knights get them all. And yeah, now to make sure the knights can't get kills. This is a big deal. Textiles, when you go for Hospitalaire as a wing choice, it gives you the same amount of health as a gilded villager. Which means Textiles bumps you up to 98 HP. Good luck breaking that easily. TC forced to be repaired again. Anno has a timing in mind here, right? Like over time, this doesn't look good from a farms get online and it's 2 TC perspective. So I think he needs to try and break this TC by probably, what, like 18 minutes at the latest? And he has got relics now to be picked up as well. Good map control, and it's being leveraged. Workers are just trying to keep that repair going. You guys are right there. I don't think they're actually... Oh, there they are, buddy. Okay, it's a bit weird. Town center looks like it's going to be going down soon. Workers get pulled again in mass. That costs a lot of wood down to repair. Also, the other time now of walking all the way back after you finish repairing. Berries being gathered. Looks like it's going to be a switch over onto the gold. Yeah, but Dimmu's been running through this fast, actually, guys. He's almost out of gold. Oh, and there's already knights checking the flanks. He's waiting for that move out. Because this is the thing. Anno's just had a moment to breathe and think about the strategy that Dimmu's doing here. It's not a sustainable one. If this was Spears Archers, you're like, oh, I can do this for days. Knights? Honey, that's a lot of gold, right? 100 gold per. He already sees roughly 20 knights. He knows you've already eaten half the gold vein for that alone. See those knights engaging with the Templar brothers. Start step micro away from the south side of the fight. Anno will have to pull away. Where are the crossbows, man? He's only got a few of them, but they would make the difference here. This is the thing. When you start taking these type of fights, you have to keep taking them. Otherwise, this happens. The healing kicks in. He needs to find some snipes. Otherwise, they just look 10 times worse for wear here. The ram does go down. Town center still alive. Didn't we done it again? In an unexpected way, in an unexpected civ. It looks good. Gets the dive in. Connects for some worker kills. Anatan now behind by over 20 eco. No raids being found. Demo's just playing so well on this. What a flex this would be. We talked about Anatan being the favorite this week, and he looked it. Game 1, Game 2, we thought we were going to get a 3-0 stomp. But Ben, whipping out the English. Shocking a lot of people just how good they're looking in a competitive game here. Against Knights Templar on a water hybrid map. I think what Anno needs is just to top this off. If he wants to win, he needs all these boys rejuvenated, rather. Demo? Okay, no, it wasn't. It's just the torch baiting me. A demo would have been good here. Then we're realizing it will just steer inland. Will more pilgrims be good for Anno? Sure, but he needs to build castles for that, and they're not cheap. He's been caught in a mass knights game. And the problem now going for keeps to secure areas, your opponent will just make sure he punishes you on the unsecure areas. And the whole while, English will still be building a bigger and bigger worker lane. Multiple problems there. Right by the main. Timmy won't connect with Eco yet, but he will invite himself in. 12 workers in there. The secondary wall coming through. I think that might be too close, however. Get chased away. Demu is now out of gold, though. He's played this so well up until now. Now he has a giant question mark looming over the strategy. How will he get out of this bind? It's tricky, right? Like, your opponent's already anchored on the central gold. And the other one's very far on the east side. Doesn't seem like something you'll be able to access. Why was English 2TC into White Tower considered weak? Because of the meta. When you're in the Pro Scouts meta, it definitely felt weak. But we're kind of out the other side now. Very different. Fortress drop is going to be coming in now. But this is a value fortress, right? Outside of these ones on the flanks, not so much. But this one, to anchor the gold, to stage a push into your opponent's base, makes a lot of sense. Yeah, where is Anatan's monks, actually? I mean, they're not here. On the villagers. Oh, no, again. It's death by raid. I actually don't know where his monks are. They're just standing here. Wait, they're not even healing the army or the workers. They're just standing here. Oh, come on. KD vills are so fast. True. Like, if it wasn't for that movement speed, just think about how dead he'd already be. He'd probably be down by, what, 20 worker losses at least? But these guys, they should not be getting paid, man. These are paid actors. What? Okay, there we go. That's his healing crew. I like this. Double Sacred Site now unlocked. Ooh, that's a problem as well. Okay, no, maybe not. He did get the decal. I was about to say, because the docks are up and you're playing mass melee, your opponent could demo ship you to keep you away. The raid. Oh, he has the body with the crossbows. Workers forced to retreat as well. A heavy hit if you lose the Expos. Expos is the easy way to finish off these knights. Oh, the worst trade in the world. Demu has to be happy with his outcome. He's still struggling on gold. He'll be looking to sneak out soon, but he has got a wave of spearmen now to make his knights more capable. Pilgrim's now starting to creep in. He's inflating the gold as Anatan looks for the next age. He's going to be imping ahead of English. 30 worker lead, and Anatan is the first one going into the fourth age. Unbelievable, man. Army value apparently is somehow neck and neck as well as the other crazy part. Kingdom of Poland on the way. So, Thatcher cavalry to come through soon. All Templars as well. Always forget about that tech. It is handy in these type of moments. Elite upgrades being queued. Dimu, Baldurus Maximus, Iridius, first of his name, has got some answers that need to be given fast here. It's quad ram to deal with the fortress. I know. It's a trebuchet emplacement on the way. This one's not going to be so safe. Does get disintegrated. This is tricky. Like, I know he needs to hold the central goal, but he's worried about these raids as well. No boiling oil. Fortress is going to be going down. Maybe this is the type of game where you just drop a Barcher here to resecure it yourself. Workers are going to look to bail. A few knights are going to give chase. And that's a sandwich. He catches him from behind. The grab. Dimu gets the club down he needs. Anna in shambles. Several more workers down. 100 eco to 58. This is bordering done. What is the answer to the spears? Anno knows what it has to be, but does he have time to get mass Springalds online? It's a big ask. Maybe if Dimu slows down, doesn't commit, but I don't see that happening. He's at 200 pop. You can just age up while pressing. Doesn't have the elite Templar bros. Try and hold choke points here. Springal count needs to get higher faster though. Difficult to find the right place to be. His villagers are about to be on the front line in a moment. Dimu looks to break him. Spears. Oh my god! The damage! He's heavily stacked right now. But no way. No, there's no way. The Templar bros surely have to break to this. And it's hand. The line's spinning. The Springalds. I can't believe it! Look at the military count! What was that? Ben! You were double on military! And now he's been decimated! Spears erased! The corner of the siege workshop annihilated him! Oh my god. I don't think I've seen so many spears crammed for space since I watched 8 clowns try to get into a mini. That was ridiculous! It wasn't even just a choke point. It was this small area. Something about the pathing they were trying to reach. They were all just crammed on top of each other. Anno on average hitting about 10 spearmen per spring shot in a game that he has no right to still be alive in. He survives. Dimu does now have the Berkshire up though. He may survive, but what did he have to show for it? Unbelievable. The chunkiness on these boys. 363 HP. I mean, we may not be seeing Schlachter cavalry, but they paid off for the Polish choice, right? It gave him the extra health that mattered here. Cavalry do try to go raiding. They're going to be running into vet spears. No elite upgrade on the way, mind you. Somehow he still has the dock up over here. Unbelievable. I mean, some people are like, oh, that's just a showcase of Templar Brothers or like Knights Templar. I'd say that's just a showcase of Springalds. That was all Springs. I mean, you need someone tanking the way, but the pen giving him some hope. He's far from out of the woods yet, though. 62 to 117 eco. Enclosures is now in. Dimu does not have the gold problems that were killing him earlier. Although you'd think after having that type of experience with mass spears, you'd stop producing mass spears. No, we're doing it again. This time there will be horsemen to support. Workers found on the flank. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know. Was trying to get ahead of it. He's got some resources here, but wants to try and spread himself a bit. It's caught trying to sneak board too. That was fresh. He only gathered 35 food. I know he's almost out of food here, guys. Templar Bravo to save him again, but at some point, these guys need to get healed. He's building more monks again for that reason. But elite army tactics. Now coming in. How does Anatan solve the food issue without dying is the problem. It's a tall order. I don't know why people are talking about Schlatscha. Schlatscha haven't even been built this game. It's just Templar Bros. He just used the Kingdom of Poland to buff the Templar Bros. That's it. So he gets a really strong charge, and then he also gets more health. With Elite Army Tactics about to kick in, it's going to get very difficult for the Templar Bros to carry you through this. I know, idled off the gold again. And gold's not really his problem. I feel like he's probably selling the gold to get food. He's not just riding by. He looks stuck, man. It's feeling inevitable that we're going to be seeing a Game 5 here. Game 5 that would feature either All the Dragon or Shushi for Anno. And for Dumu, it would be either Mongols or Mali, I believe. And Shiv's out. Very tanky workers. Even against Elite Spearmen, they're holding their own for a while here. A few should end up going down, but we'll pull away now. So that's minus... Oh my god, I don't think you spent that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? I think it was 7. Oh my god. Yeah, Elite Spear upgrade making the difference there. Yeah, cool idea, but too little too late. 55 to 132 eco. Anno's still resisting, refusing to give this in. Templar Brothers are going to show up, but they don't get the charge out quick enough. Excess workers will get killed, however. Anno says, I'm not done yet. You can't hang here long. Horsemen also just find the fishing. I'm still just looking for what the way back in is meant to be for Anno, man. I'm sure you got 10 worker kills or whatever. It just doesn't matter. There's 2 TC to replace. I think what Anno would need to win this is just kind of a non-stop game. Not non-stop. It's going to be non-stop anyway, if that's the case. A continuous game for 15 minutes. Because by then, he would have built up his worker deficit. To the point, like, you know, Dumu, his advantage would be he has a lot in reserve, but if he trades badly across that time, Anno can win. This is tricky, though. Horsemen, they get in on the springs. The one thing that's been keeping Dumu out of diving this base again. All but one Springled down. And this should be the turning point. The moment where Dumu can re-enter that base without experiencing PTSD. GG gets called. One of the most absurd army wipes we've seen in KPMM. And it still wasn't enough to stop the Brit with the Brits.